I have no idea what Amjad said about me. I think it was something about the Ircna 5 or something, but I guess it was good, huh? So, I would like to thank the God of my understanding for waking me up clean in this beautiful city of Jodhpur. And thank you to all who've made this convention possible. It is truly an honor, and I'm just so blessed to be able to be here with you today. The topic is spirituality in action. Thank you. And I just want to say that when I first came into the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous, I was spiritually bankrupt. I had no self-esteem. I had no pride left. I had nothing. This was the end of the road. I had nowhere else to go but to Narcotics Anonymous. I've heard a lot of people ask me, what was your drug of choice? What did you use? And my answer is more. My drug of choice is more. I was like a dumpster. I would take anything and everything to change the way I felt. For me, the disease of addiction is just that. It's dis-ease. It's not being able to find any peace of mind whatsoever and constantly having to change the way I feel, either with drugs, sex, relationships, sugar, food, anything that will change the way I am feeling. And it doesn't necessarily have to mean I need to change the way I'm feeling when I'm feeling bad, because I can get just a need to change when I'm feeling good. In fact, that is even more scary for me, because when I'm feeling good, I used not to know what to do with it. I was uncomfortable. So, I had nowhere else to go when I came into the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous, and my first experience of spirituality in action must have been my first meeting. Because even though I didn't understand anything you were saying, and I was terrified, and I hated you all because I didn't want to be there, I saw something in your eyes, and it was it was hope. There was a light in your eyes that had died in mine a long time before. And when you share, it talks about it in our basic text, that when two or more addicts meet and share openly and honestly on their innermost feelings, God is present. So when I sat in that first meeting of Narcotics Anonymous and heard you sharing, that was spirituality in action. Something happened. Hope happened. Now, when I came into the rooms, I had no God. I had no concept of spirituality. And I certainly didn't want anything to do with religion, which means I can choose any God I want. And I can call it anything I want. My very first sponsor, her God was called Harry, and it worked for her for almost 50 years. I had a really hard time with this God thing, but of course you've probably all heard it. It's good, orderly direction, and I certainly needed good, orderly direction because I didn't know where I was going. So I realized that in all religions and all spirituality, they say God is love. And I knew that in these rooms, I would be given unconditional love. So God for me is love. Spirituality in action is always when we do service. We do service with unconditional love because we are taught to give back what we've been so graciously given. So when we do service, all of this, you look around you, everybody who's taking part in this convention is taking part in spirituality in action. We are saving lives. We are making dreams come true. But we also have a huge responsibility to Narcotics Anonymous. I'm walking around with this on. I have the NA earrings, I have the NA logo, which means when I'm walking around here, I'm representing Narcotics Anonymous, so I better behave well. I do not shout at the staff. I do not swear and throw rubbish everywhere, because I choose to show that I am very proud to be an NA member. But you better believe eyes are on us. People are looking at us saying, hey, look at those addicts, how are they acting? They'll see us hugging each other, they'll see us being polite, they'll see us dancing and having a great time and giving of what's been so graciously given to us. So we have to remember that, you know, we owe NA, and we need to be very proud of being part of this fellowship. It says in the 12th step, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps. It goes on to tell us that we then go and carry the message. But working the 12 steps of Narcotics Anonymous is not an option for me. And everything I say here, this is from my recovery. It doesn't mean I'm telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I was told by my sponsor and what I tell my sponsors. It is not optional for me to work the steps or not. Not working the steps for me would be the same as walking into a doctor's office. I have a terminal illness which is going to kill me, and I make an appointment to go and see the doctor. So I get to the doctor's waiting room, and I'm sitting in the waiting room, and I'm waiting for the doctor to call my name. And then the doctor says, Jill J. And I go, no, I'm fine. I'm just going to sit here in the waiting room, and, you know, I'll be great here. Am I going to get cured? No, but I'm sitting close to the doctor. That for me is the same thing as not working the steps. Coming to the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous and saying, I'm not going to be part of the spiritual solution. And I love working the steps because I'm an addict. And my disease is all about self-centeredness. So when I work the steps, it's all about me. I get to talk about me. I can talk all day long to my sponsor when I'm handing my steps over, and it's all about me. And I get the reward. I get told I'm a really good girl, and my sponsor shares with me the shit she's done, which means I don't feel so bad. It's a win-win situation. And by working these steps, I get to become whole again. This broken person that came into the rooms with no beliefs in anything gets to be whole. I get to like Jill, somebody I would never want to spend any time with ever. I get to spend time with Jill and get to love her, which is an incredible gift. Now, I'm a member of On and On and On Anonymous, so I'm not sure how long I've been sharing. Okay, I need to quickly round this up. I need to tell you something about the greatest effect of spirituality in action. On the 22nd of July, 2016, I got a phone call telling me that my son had drowned. My world fell apart totally. Our world fell apart. Narcotics Anonymous gave me 3 amazing relationships, and that was with my children. My children grew up in these rooms, and I lost my beautiful boy that morning. But you've taught me, no matter what, I don't pick up. My husband took me to a meeting, and I cried and I dribbled and I had snot everywhere, but I was carried. And for 1 whole year, spirituality in action was working. I was carried by this fellowship. I hated God. I had no relationship to any God whatsoever. I didn't want anything to do with a God that took my son away. But my sponsor said, we will pray for you. And all over the world, this enormous NA community prayed for me and my family and carried us through this. I lost God, but you know what? It doesn't say I have to believe in a specific God. It says I need a power greater than myself. You are that power greater than myself. Narcotics Anonymous is a power greater than myself that has never, ever, ever let me down. You saved my life twice. I wanted to die when my son died, but I didn't. And I'm carrying his message today as well, because he loved Narcotics Anonymous, and I love you guys. So thank you for letting me be a part of this. Thank you.